Hey everyone, my name is Sophie from Sophisticated Organization. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to tackle the rest of my laundry room. So just a few days ago we tackled my utility closet, which is also in my laundry room. But today we're doing cleaning products, laundry products, and anything else I can get done in here because this is a huge space. If you're ready for it, let's get started because I can't wait. Let's start with an overview of how things look before we get to organizing. I pretty much just threw everything into this room when we moved in. Gosh, it's now been over a month since we've been here, but I did divide things by cleaning products in general versus laundry products, so I at least have that start. And I am going to put, I think, laundry products on this left cabinet that I'm taking the Kleenex boxes out of right now, and then use the right cabinet for more general cleaning products just to keep it divided that way. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull everything out of the cabinets so I can understand how much space I have and figure out what organizing products I want to use first and how they fit in the space. It can get lonely. Swiping left and right to meet somebody. For this area, I did get some new organizing products, and I always recommend that you measure first before you buy anything. So I measured everything before I bought it, but the products I bought are really easy to kind of reconfigure a little bit. So I am going to still try and lay it out into my space first and then fill it up with products. And even if you do measure first, that's always the right way in my mind to do it, is to try and put your products in there first and figure out how it looks in the space and then start to fill it up. I'm starting with the cleaning product side, and I got these bins from the Container Store. They are actually some of the most inexpensive, the cheapest bins you can get at the Container Store. It's shocking how cheap they are compared to other Container Store products. I know a lot of people are hesitant to shop at the Container Store because of how expensive their bins are, except for these ones. These ones are pretty inexpensive, so I thought they'd be great to put in the laundry room because they're so multi-purpose, and I needed a few of them, so I didn't want to spend a ton of money. And these bins come in 3 different sizes. I'm using the medium and large size here. I have some of the thin size as well, the smallest size. And I kept those just in case I wanted to use them in here. But for the most part, cleaning products are a little bit larger, so the medium and large size work the best for me. Now that I have my general layout, I'm going to start filling things up. So I have a couple of Lazy Susans here, and I'm going to use those for smaller items. And first up, this divided Lazy Susan is actually really convenient to have on a shelf that's a little bit higher up like this one, because those dividers come out. So if I want to grab something, I can easily take the entire divider out and pull it down to my eye level. That's why I like having it up there. So I'm using some of my cleaning extras and cleaning concentrates. I shared a video about this also not that long ago if you're interested in some of the cleaning products and what I use in my refillable glass spray bottles. I will link that in the cards above, but I also added some sponges in that Lazy Susan. And then I'm going to put in another Lazy Susan the essential oils that I have. I do use essential oils in DIY cleaners. I also kind of want to move away from using dryer sheets, which I'll talk about in a little bit more detail once we get to the laundry side of things, but you can use essential oils on dryer balls as a replacement to dryer sheets. So I think it's good for me to keep the essential oils in the laundry area, the laundry room, and especially on this cleaning side of things. Waking up with you by my side, looking so beautiful. Yeah, I got high when I met you, got me way up in the clouds, and I don't wanna go. Now on to cleaning products. So I'm going to start loading them into the bins and categorizing them as best I can. So that first one, I just started putting soaps in there. And then I'm dividing my cleaners by multi-surface or multi-purpose cleaners, specialty cleaners, cleaners that I use in bathrooms, cleaners I use in kitchen, and trying to make those categories and figure out which bins fit the products the best.
It's hard for me to tell you how I feel. I'm afraid to show you it's underneath.
It always takes some arranging and rearranging when you're doing a project like this. And I also wanted to keep in mind as I was organizing how I wanted things to work. So did I want to have just one of everything in each category and then keep backstock way up high, or keep all of my floor cleaners, for example, in one spot, even though I had duplicates of something, and not have a separate backstock necessarily for everything. So I pretty much did decide to do it just by category, and if there were duplicates, that's fine, but keep it category by category. And then the more used cleaning products I was going to put on the bottom, so they're a little bit easier for me to reach, and things that I use less often I was going to put up higher. But still, even though they're up higher and they're in these bins, I can pull the bins down a lot easier than pulling down just individual products or something like that.
Throw away our labor like a piece of paper, gone and won't be found. And
lesson learned here, even though I did adjust the shelves to fit the bins before I started loading them up with all the cleaning products, I realized some of my cleaning products are a little bit taller than some of these bins. So it didn't quite fit, and I could either adjust the shelves or put the cleaning products on their sides so they fit in there better. Okay, most of the cleaning products are put away. I'm going to set that cupboard aside for now. I like the way it generally looks, but before I label anything, I'm going to finish up the rest of my laundry products and finish up the rest of the other areas, because you'll see I did have a bunch of other things shoved in this lower cabinet, and I just found another Lazy Susan that I actually like better than the one I used for my essential oils. It's kind of like the divided one that I put my backup cleaning product concentrates and my sponges in, but it has even more dividers, which is even better for essential oils, and I can pull them down again to my eye level and grab what I need. And it's just going to work a lot better for me, and it matches the other one better, so I switched all my oils over and then was back to the laundry cabinet. I actually like that I freed up that extra Lazy Susan so I can put my most used cleaning products, or I guess laundry products, onto that Lazy Susan. And then I had a few extra of the bins from the Container Store that I'm going to put on this lower shelf with some more laundry products. But on the Lazy Susan, I have my normal wash that I use for all of our clothing. One of my friend's moms gifted us this baby wash, so I put that on there, as well as some of our most used stain removers. And then in the bins, I'm putting some lingerie bags and then some samples of cleaning products and laundry detergents, as well as some laundry cleaner. And that's cleaner to actually clean the washing machine. I wanted to reuse some of these Y-Weave Target bins that I had from our old apartment. I used them in my laundry closet before we had a laundry room. And with the tall bins from the Container Store and then these bins from Target, it just didn't really fit very well together. And I played around with moving the shelf. And then I realized it just makes more sense to completely take out a shelf and give myself a little bit more space. So that's what I decided to do, is to take out a shelf. Instead of trying to shove more in here than I need, I have a lot of space in this laundry room, so I don't need to have all of these shelves in here. So I did have to get my husband to come help me out because I couldn't quite get it out of there, and he's a little bit taller. So once I got that out of there, things looked a lot better and fit in there the way that I wanted them to. In these glass jars, I have one jar for my OxyClean type cleaner. It's actually from Branch Basics. But the other jar, I had some dryer balls that help agitate the dryer that are actually more of like a silicone material. But I did buy some new wool dryer balls, so I'm going to put those in there and then put away the rest of my dryer sheets. I still have a few of those to go through and want to finish those up and then switch over to wool dryer balls. I love our new washer and dryer, but I do have to change the setting every single time to change the dryness level to be at the highest, because if I just run it normal, even if I change the temperature of the dryer, for some reason our clothing isn't totally dry, but it does dry completely if I change the dryness setting. So I'm thinking that these wool dryer balls might actually help with that. I've heard that they actually speed up the drying time, so I will keep you guys updated as to how I'm liking them and how it affects the drying time and all of that stuff once I start using them a little bit more often. I'm also planning on keeping some backup rags and microfiber cloths. These are my old ones, really gross and dingy ones, as well as a pack of yellow ones from Costco that I can just get super dirty and don't have to worry about and can put in my laundry room just for backups and extras. So I have these old bins, again, that I used in my apartment. I think a lot of these I actually used in our freezer, and I'm repurposing them. I have no shame in moving things from room to room. Just because you buy something for one purpose doesn't mean it has to stay there, especially when you move. I like to move things around and figure out where they work best in my new space. So I did one of all of the yellow cloths from Costco, one of all of my old random microfiber dirty rags, and then another one of larger towel type rags, and folded those a bit differently because they are so much larger. I decided to put those in the lower cabinet as well as some backup Kleenex boxes. We like to have Kleenex boxes kind of all over the house, so having some backups upstairs is really nice. And then I'm also putting the microfiber cloths right next to the Kleenex boxes. And my cleaning caddies that I need to fill up a little bit later, I haven't taken care of that yet, but I will probably fill those up and use those around the house as well. I'll keep my status quo up here, won't let anybody. So here's kind of the after of what that cabinet looks like. It turned out great, nice and simple, and then we have that space to hang our clothing as it dries, which I'm really appreciative to have. And you'll see the drawers above it are empty. I don't have anything in there, and I'm okay with that. There's no need to fill the space for the sake of filling the space. I'm filling up one last bin in the cleaning products cabinet and then going to get to the labeling portion. And a lot of times you guys have seen me use my Cricut machine. Some of you have recently commented about how extensive that process can be, and it really is. I do love my Cricut labels because I think it really elevates the look of a space. But I want to show you another way to label things. I'm using an extremely old label maker. There are some updated P-Touch label makers that are awesome and have tons of different options and fonts and colors and things like that. But even with something really basic, you can, again, elevate the look of your space. So I want to show you how easy it can be. I did an Instagram poll. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have participated in the poll, but I asked you guys which was your favorite font of a few different fonts on this machine that I was considering. You guys liked this really simple, basic, legible font, and that's what I went with. And I went with the biggest size that I had, so it's nice and bold, easy to read, and printed out very basic labels, and now I'm going to stick them on each of the bins. So the last bin at the top, I labeled industrial. I couldn't really think of another title for it, but it was all of those really heavy duty, harsh cleaners. One of the cleaners helps remove paint. One is lime away, things like that. So if there's a better label for that one, let me know what you think I should relabel it as, or should I just keep it industrial because I know what that means. I did want to put that one up high as well. I think it's good to have those cleaners higher to reach. I know we don't even have our baby here yet. He is due to arrive in December, but especially as kids start to be able to reach cabinets and stuff, again, it'll be a while till he can reach that high, even at the lowest level. But I want to keep those cleaners up really high so he can't access them. On the laundry side of things, I'm using some bin clips on the Target bins and putting simple labels on the lower bins from the Container Store as well, just like I did on the cleaning product side. You'll see there's so much more storage on the end here of the laundry room. All of that is empty. There's nothing really in those cabinets. I keep a garbage can under the sink as well as a bin to put dirty rags. But that's pretty much it. So I'm going to add a little touch of decor here. I added some flowers, some fake flowers, fake lilacs, and lily of the valley with some lilac Mrs. Meyer's hand soap. And that is pretty much it. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed the process as well as the final product. I know I'm really happy with how it turned out. If you liked today's video, I would appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. Lots more spaces that I still have to organize in this house. A lot of baby content, if you're interested in that, will be coming. Some organization around that and a whole lot more. But until next time, I will see you guys later.